Hi guys, welcome to my latest Elite Dangerous video. This is my first in a series about the mysterious megaships which can be found at various systems throughout the galaxy. I'm going to start with Generation Ship Atlas. Generation ships are a well-known concept from science fiction. These are colony ships which were launched from Earth hundreds of years ago before the invention of frameshift drives. Even at the speed of light, it would take 4.38 years to travel from Sol, where Earth is, to Alpha Centauri. Generation Ship Atlas is in a system 28.6 light years from the Sol system. Without a frameshift drive, it would take many years to get here. The most optimistic estimates suggest that the highest conventional speed a vehicle could ever reach would be 1/2 of the speed of light. That's a one-way journey of nearly 60 years, even if we ignore the fact that this ship would have had to spend a lot of time gradually accelerating up to its top speed. The solution was to build a ship which generation after generation could live and die on, with their descendants being the people who would colonize the new world they'd eventually arrive at. This is my first visit to a generation ship. It's also my first visit to a megaship. Those which are within 1,000 light seconds of the main star will show up on your navigational panel. Simply lock course and fly towards it. This one is dangerously near to a neutron star, so I flew away from that first so I could approach safely. Often these megaships can be scanned and the ship's logs can be downloaded to find out what happened. In order to do that, you need to ensure you've assigned your data link scanner to a fire group. That's done over here on the right hand panel under fire groups. I'm going to add it to this group along with my frameshift wake scanner, but you can put it in its own group all by itself if you so wish. If you're having difficulty getting the scanner to work, don't forget that unlike the Discovery scanner, this only functions with hardpoints deployed. I'll scan the ship in a couple of minutes, but to keep the video as short as possible, let's listen to the first couple of log entries from the ship's chief engineer while we have a look at the ship.
The captain told the crew the bad news. They've known for months now, but until today it's been on a need-to-know basis. Now it's out there. We can't stop the ship. I remember telling the captain about the fault, a manufacturing issue that no one else had detected. I felt responsible. After all, I'm the ship's engineer. Like my father and his father before him. All he said was, "We'll fix it." Now months on, we're nearing our destination and no closer to finding a solution. But in lieu of a fix, I believe I have an alternative. After all the debates, all the meetings and the arguing, the ship's council has finally approved the plan. So we're all systems go. We're rigging the emergency pods and the life ships to carry as much useful equipment as possible. The command crew have made all the course adjustments they can to get the ship close to the target. After that, we'll launch all the pods as the ship passes by. With any luck, they will all land safely and we can finally call this mission a success. There's just one catch. Someone has to stay behind to launch the pods. That person will be stuck on board. One life for many seems like a good deal. Gene will think I'm crazy, but I volunteered to be that person. Funny, Gene's always telling me I need to step up to the challenge more to prove I have what it takes. I'm not sure this is what she had in mind. After weeks of preparation and drills, we're finally getting close. Only a few more days to launch. All adjustments have been made and our trajectory is looking good. I've been getting the engineers to double and triple check everything. I want this to go as smoothly as possible. We've had our teething problems, which I guess were to be expected. After all, this ship wasn't meant to do this without stopping. I'm getting nervous. If this fails... There's another thing. Jean's pregnant. She doesn't know that I know. I found the test in the bathroom. With all that's happening, I guess she doesn't know how to tell me. Maybe she's afraid that it'll affect my judgment. She might have been right about that. I was gonna tell her tonight that I'm the one, but I'm not sure if I can anymore. She'll want to stop me, or worse, she'll want to stay behind as well. I can't let that happen.
Seemingly, there's never a happy ending for any of the megaships you'll encounter. I assume the ship would have been dismantled and used to build the colony with any successful missions, so when you find one, it means something really bad happened to them. Now, to access these logs, the first thing you have to do is target the ship and scan it with your data link scanner. This can be scanned from distance, but I wanted the challenge of getting unnecessarily close to it. Remember, you need to deploy your ship's hardpoints before this will work. The ship will be illuminated twice by your scanner during this process. And with that done, we can move on to targeting the individual ship log uplinks. They appear under the Contacts tab of the navigation panel on your left hand side, but I didn't realise that on this first visit, so I just flew around the ship and found them all by looking for the little grey diamonds which highlight them. For some reason, the numbering system for these log uplinks runs from 0 upwards and not from 1. So this is actually the third one, despite being labelled as number 2. And this is the second one, even though it's called number 1. Make sure you scan them all, otherwise you won't be able to listen to the full tale of what went down here. Manoeuvring around the ship is good practice for using up and down thrust in combination with forwards and backwards. Scanning the other uplinks is easy enough, it just takes time, so let's listen to the rest of the logs while I do that.
Pod 12, launch. Pod 13, begin launch procedures. Pod 14, what are you doing? Pod 14, please acknowledge. Come in, do you read me? Abort. I repeat, abort. You are not cleared to... Oh, hell. Explosion in Bay 14, emergency. I repeat, this is an emergency. All remaining pods, begin launch.
Tom, where are you? The pilot, he's saying he's going to leave without you. What's happening?
We've got to go now! This is Chief Engineer Tom Edwards to the pilot of Lifeship 003. This is a direct order. Secure all passengers and launch now.
Tom, the ship's leaving. Where are you?
Jeannie, sweetheart, you have to listen to me. I'm sorry, it's the only way. I couldn't tell you before. Someone needs to stay on board and make sure everyone gets out of here.
I don't... Why you?
It's my responsibility. Listen to me. You're gonna be okay. Both of you.
How did you know?
It's not important. Just know everything is gonna be okay. I love you.
We're out of communication range now. I've been sitting here for hours, listening to the crackle of the dead signal. Thought I was ready for this. Thought I had made peace with it. But knowing that that was the last time I was gonna hear her voice makes it so much worse. The captain said they're gonna name the first settlement after me. Nice gesture, I guess. But I really didn't do it for them. I did it for her. And the life she's carrying. This was the right thing to do. There's no telling when or if this ship will ever stop. We had our shot, and we took it. I'd gladly do it again. My kid's not gonna grow up in some tin can floating aimlessly in space. They're gonna grow up with dirt between their toes and a sky above their head.
Now we've scanned everything, you can listen to those log entries by going over here to the right hand panel, switch to the Home tab, then go up to Codex, and then you just click on yourself. There I am. I put my glasses on for this visit so I could see better. The logs are down there in Archive, then you go into Generation Ships, click to expand. This one's called No Breaks, and then select the one you want to listen to. They won't always have audio, but when they do, you'll see that little speaker icon. Now if you go over to the right and scroll down, you'll see a play button. And then you can listen to them at your leisure. Well, that's pretty much everything as far as this generation ship is concerned. I'm going to visit them all, apart from the one which is locked behind a system permit, which we can't currently get. There are several other types, including prison ships, tankers, passenger ships, mining ships. Some are thousands of light years away, so it could take a while to get to in the corvette. They'll be worth the time it takes to get there though. These huge abandoned megaships are just one of the many things to see in this game which you could easily never know was there, and sometimes the systems they're in contain other interesting things to investigate too, such as ancient civilization ruins and astronomical anomalies. I got pulled out of hyperspace by a Thargoid while travelling through the Pleiades system, and nearly smashed my ship trying to land on a planet with much higher gravity than I'm used to. That brings us to the end of this video. Hope you found this visit as interesting as I did. And if you've enjoyed this and want to see more from me, please like, subscribe and watch the other videos on my channel. All that remains to say is, until next time, fly safe.